What's up, you guys? It's your boy Max here. And today we got another review of this pickup that I got from 5K Toys. This is from a studio that I'm not too familiar of, and this is called the Black Volatile Ghost 112 collectible action figure from, let me see, right here. It should say Hot Toys presents Chinese folklore series Fan Fanwu. I probably said that wrong. Black and white ghost, 112 scale, collectible figure. All right. The reason why I got this was I saw Articulated Ninja's um, review about this, and if you guys don't watch Articulated Ninja, I highly recommend it. Great channel on YouTube. But he did a review on this one where he picked this up on 5K Toys for 50 bucks. Literally, it was only $49.99 without shipping. And shipping's not expensive. It was like about around $9. So, like, for everything that this came with, which I'll show you guys in just a minute, it's a deal for sure. I actually went back on the website to see if they were still in stock. And currently, right now, if you look on 5K Toys, it shows it that it's restocking. So you can still put in an order right now and get one in, and it should be stocking, I think, by the end of September. But, enough talking for now. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up real quick. I already showed you guys what the box looks like. You want to zoom in on this real quick. I actually had to put my camera a little bit more back because this is a big figure right here, a big box. And on top of it being a big box, I really like the fact that it looks like a coffin. It gives me like the reanimation jutsu vibes from Naruto Shippuden when they pull out like Madara and all the other Hokages off of the ground with those with the caskets. This is what it gives me the vibes of, because there's a glare in here, but you can see how he looks right there. So, like I said, enough talking. Let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. Alright guys, so once you look underneath the box, there is like a little story about this character. So I had to use the translate, so if you want to read into it, screenshot this. Now, like I said earlier in the video, accessories, it comes with a lot. 6 pairs of hands, 2 swords, this battle axe, and the wrap that goes around him to put the swords on his back. And once you turn it over, you get this whole flight stand as well. So what figures do you know that gives you a flight stand automatic like that? Alright guys, like I said, this figure has a lot of accessories to it. As you can see, it has like a different horns, like looks like bones. And these are the attachments that go with the axe. So it does have plenty of accessories and utilities and weapons for this figure. And I'm telling you guys, look at this. Look at the detail on this. Look at that. Like, just, it's badass. I can't say anything else about it. Now, it does come with instructions, which it's good because, especially for an import figure, you want to make sure you know what you're doing, because a lot of the times you get these import figures and you think you know where it goes, but sometimes it doesn't go where it's supposed to go. Bear with me, you guys, as I show you the articulation on this figure. This is like a little live play-by-play of me just messing around with the figure itself. It has a lot of articulation. As you can see, the elbows really move very well. Comes with a bicep swivel. You can move the arm all the way around, no problem whatsoever. So that's a good thing on this figure, because you want to make sure that you can just see that you can move the arm all the way around. Want to make sure that these figures are good to go. The head swivels are very nice, no problem whatsoever. I did notice that it came with this little hood. Later on in the video, I definitely figured that out. But, you can put his arms all the way back. Definitely comes with some butterfly joints. My man is flexing right there. It's swole as fuck. You can kick yay high. You can go all the way back. So you can definitely do the splits from the sides. Just got to adjust the hips a little bit around. But, I could do a little bit better. But just off the top right there, I just was messing it around. Like I said, you can kick yay high right there. Probably go a little bit more. And look at that. You can go all the way back on this. So my man right here has really good flexibility, because look at the splits right there. Definitely a ninja, kung fu kind of guy. Knows what he's doing. And then you can move him all the way back, all the way forward. So it has definitely good ab crunch. One thing I've noticed is that that pops off. But one thing I've noticed is that the cloth that comes with it does not hinder the articulation at all. So that's a good thing about this. Like, I was wondering about that cloth was going to hold him back on maybe his kicks or anything like that. Nah, it doesn't do anything at all. It does have ankle articulation. I didn't show in the video, but later on I did find out that the toe does have a little hinge as well. So I didn't get that on video, but look at that. That dude can basically scratch his back with his foot. So when it comes to flexibility, articulation, he's got it all. So you can definitely put this guy in some pretty sick poses. That right there is very sharp. So that's why I'm pointing that out. Those things are sharp. I kept poking myself. All right, so here are some more of the accessories. We got like two different sets of horn, attachments to the axe, an attachment that goes to his back for the swords, and this talisman that you're gonna see later what that's for. Now, always make sure to read the instructions. Like right there, it definitely shows you what goes to where. So always be careful when you handle these figures because they are imported. The last thing you want to do is break your imported figure. It happens a lot where some of the wrist joints or anything in general might break. So always be careful when you're messing with these figures. All right, guys. So right here, I'm trying to figure out the accessories of the where the swords go to. I was having issues on like fitting in the swords, but once I was able to squeeze in the swords right where they were supposed to go to, they were snug in there. They ain't gonna go nowhere. They were nicely fit, and you can see right there that looks very nice. And then I'm gonna show you what this attaches to that goes to the figure. So you're gonna put this around his torso, but first we're gonna attach this, and you just gently just push it in firmly into the little slot that's there. And once you got them in secure in the slot, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna remove the head on the figure. Now do this very carefully because, like I said, this is an imported figure. You don't want to break the head ball joint, and the last thing you want to do is mess up your figure. So once you pop off the head, as you can see right there, that's the little joint that goes to it, and it's like you just got to be careful, you guys, because these things right there can easily break. So once you pop that off, you slide this over his arm, put it around his shoulder, and that's basically how you have that attachment so you can have the swords on his back. And then you can see the cape does have like a little hoodie sweater, to it, like a little hood. But there you go. So now we're gonna go ahead and attach the head back on, and make sure you push it down very firmly. I was trying to be very careful because I don't want to break it, so I was having a little bit of issues on here on camera, as you can see, trying to snap the head back in. But once I snap the head back in, you can hear it. You hear a lot of little pop, and that's how you know like it's back in there. I was checking out the little hood that comes with this figure on here. I was trying to see if it can if you can put it over his little ponytail that he has, but it doesn't work. So even without the little horns, the hood doesn't go over the ponytail. So, but look at that, you can spin the whole little thing around pretty easily. So it's pretty cool on how it fits the swords. Now it did come with these bone marrow horns, which gives it more of like a devil look. I like those a lot. It's pretty sick because the way the detail on it on the painting is really nice, and all you gotta do is just match up the little hole and just stick it in. And unfortunately for me, my brain don't work correctly because I can't even put it in correctly. But there you go. I was able to get one in, and you can already see how that looks. Well, let me go ahead and show you guys the other one. If my brain works correctly and I know how to put this on correctly, I would have done it by now, you guys, but I apologize. But but there you go, guys. Now that's how it's supposed to look. Doesn't that look badass? Like honestly, it looks like a straight up like a demon, like a devil look to it. Like honestly, it's sick. I'm glad that they had added this attachment as well with the original horns that it comes with. And upon messing with it a little bit more further, I was able to figure out how to put the hood on. You know, you just have to remove the back of the head. I guess you can take off the back of the head. It's like a little attachment. So see how like the whole head is missing right there? You can just take that little piece off and slide it back in, and then there it is. Nothing to it. Pretty easy. Alright guys, now let's go ahead and show off the battle axe. That thing is massive. So this little thing right here is straight up metal. Like it ain't plastic, that's straight up metal. Okay, so it comes with two little attachments. Obviously the big one, which is the axe that goes on the very top, and then this little small attachment that goes to the bottom. So here's the top portion right here. You're just gonna push it down firmly into there. I thought at first I was putting it in the wrong spot, but I realized that you just have to really push it in there because since it's metal, it's like very firm and you just gotta stick it in really hard. So there it goes. We got that top piece right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the little bottom attachment right now. And there it is. That's the battle axe. That is a very badass weapon. Like honestly, you can use that weapon for a lot of different figures. Now, I went ahead and I took out one of the hands, and I, just kind of slide it in, and then you put the little bottom piece back in, and then you attach the hand to the body. But personally, me, I didn't really notice, but I think you're gonna have to use both hand attachments to hold that battle axe, because holding it by itself like this, it was a little heavy, and I noticed the difference when compared to holding the swords, because the swords are definitely a lot lighter. But that battle axe is very sick, and it's a sick attachment that I could actually use that for a lot of different characters, for a lot of different figures. So I'm glad it came with it. Earlier I mentioned it came with 6 pairs of hands. This is the other hand of the gripping hand that I was using for the axe and the swords to hold those. And then this is another pair of hands, which is like more of a little bit of an open grip. I think this is to hold the axe, honestly. With both of those hands, you could probably hold the axe a lot better. And then also it came with 2 more of like these open palm hands. I believe I've seen people use like him posing like he's meditating with these hands. So it comes with 6 pairs of hands, which is really nice. It helps out with holding the different weapons like this axe. And then this right here, I don't know what this is. Honestly, I call it a talisman because it looks like a talisman, but this thing has something hidden behind it that makes this figure stand out a lot more than your usual figures do. This talisman has a little magnet inside that turns on the mask. That's right. You just flip the little talisman around, and then you can figure out where it turns off and where it turns on. See, you turned it off on that side, and then you turn it on the other side. That right there alone, coming from a $50 figure with all the accessories, metal, by the way, not plastic, this thing right here is worth it. Honestly, look, you guys, this right here is a badass figure that I happened to find on 5K Toys. I don't know nothing about it, but look at this thing. Like, you can pose them. I'm not gonna do a lot of crazy poses right now at the moment because I just didn't even know what to do with this guy. But I'm just gonna show you a simple little pose that you can do with them. And then at the same time, this dude can stand on one leg on top of like him holding these swords. So look, right here, I just do a little simple pose of him just like like a victory pose of him holding his swords up in the air after kicking somebody's ass, right? And then I got another pose right here where he's like the 2 swords in front of him, like maybe he's blocking somebody with their sword coming up from a high above and trying to slash them, or he's like drop kicking somebody in the face. Like he's defending himself right there. Look how easily you can move the shoulders and the arms around, no problem, no whatsoever. Slash somebody really easily. But here, right here, this is really what got me right here. I was like, you know what? Let me see if this guy could stand on one foot while holding his 2 swords. And at first, I thought, nah, it's not gonna work out. Like you could already see, he's kind of moving around a little bit. But then once I was able to get him balanced, dude, look at that, on one foot, holding both of his swords around, like that is nice. Like when it comes to stability, this thing's got it. All right, guys. So that was my review of this black volatile ghost. I know there's a white version which looks like Orochimaru on 5K Toys. This is from Keepgoing Studio. I believe it's sponsored by Hot Toys. But you guys, for $50 right here, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, a lot of figures now these days for $50 don't even come half of what this thing's got. And normally this figure would have been worth like 80 bucks and up. So for $50 right here, you guys, it's a steal. Go get it on 5K Toys. It's restocking soon. I jump on it now because I jumped on it before and it's sold out. So you never know, it might sell out again. Thanks, you guys, if you made it this far, for watching my video. I really appreciate you guys. Hit the like button and subscribe for more future videos and toy hunts. This is your boy Tatted Max. Peace.